Well, here is something that you will see covered up by loads of other media outlets. The latest round of immigration polling is in, and the message is loud and clear. The British public think immigration is too high. YouGov data shows 61% of Tory voters think we have too much immigration, 40% of Labour voters do, 32% of them think it's about right, and 13% think it's too low. But here is the damning one. 44% of Remain voters think immigration is too high. That is 15 points higher than this time last year. Remarkable, really, isn't it? Just 14% of Remainers think it's too low, by the way. So an important bit of context there. There you go. That's the reality. It's not controversial, racist or xenophobic to want to cut immigration. It's literally what people want. More people want that than want the same amount or more of it. How bleeding obvious do we have to make it? Is it not enough to vote consistently for a party that promises to reduce net migration? Is it not enough to vote to leave the EU so we could cut migration? Is it not enough to, when actually asked directly, say, we want to reduce immigration? And then we end up with a washed-up former Chancellor in the rather dull shape of Philip Hammond coming out and saying, oh, you know what we need to reduce inflation? More immigration. Flipping heck spreadsheet, Phil. I mean, give me strength. What is now obvious is that record levels of immigration are not a natural part of globalisation. It is a policy choice. It's deliberate. This is deliberate. And it is against the will of the people. How many think that blue sky thinkers, that political gurus, that political parties employ, they wrestle, don't they, to try to crack this enigma code of winning a general election? God, they look for this secret answer. What is it there up in the clouds? Well, the answer is right here. The public are telling you, just cut immigration. And then we end up with people like the Archbishop of Canterbury now getting way above his station in the House of Lords, trying to actually enact his own policy. Look, if he wants to put forward a new government policy, then he should stand for election and put a manifesto to the nation and see who votes for him, not invoke some warped spirit of Christ in the upper chamber to try to get us to develop a long-term strategy for tackling the refugee crisis. We have a long-term strategy. Isn't that obvious? The strategy is to let them all in and then let them live here long-term, forever, in fact, even if we have to pay for them. I mean, there is a certain idiocy about the head of the Church of England fully supporting the importation of a load of people who are not Christian, but we'll just leave that to one side for now, shall we? But this is what people do. The liberal elites, the holier-than-thou come-by-our lefties, they portray themselves as the virtuous, the righteous. That allows them to completely ignore the fact that what they are saying is deeply unpopular. I think it's time for the silent majority to stop being so silent. Significantly more people think immigration is too high compared to this time last year. Very few people want more of it. Start voicing your views with confidence.